everyone. Welcome back to another episode of All Kinds of Advice, the podcast where we delve into the latest celebrity news and provide our own unique perspective, well, at least my perspective. So, for today, we have a fascinating story that has taken the Twitter world by storm. It's all about Ari Fletcher, G Herbo, and Taina Williams. So let's dive right in. We're not going to waste any minute. The tea is so hot on this one. Can't wait to tell you guys about it. So just to give a bit of context and background as to, the individuals that I'm talking about and just a bit of background of, the situation that happened. Ari Fletcher, who happens to be the mother of G Herbo's young son, recently caught the outrage of some fans on Twitter after allegedly posting what was believed to be Taina Williams' phone number. Now, for those who aren't familiar, Taina Williams is G Herbo's fiance. Although he did come online and mention that he was single, it seems like they're back together. So we're gonna go with that, she is his fiance at the moment, or girlfriend, if they called off the engagement. We don't know. So, this topic in particular had fans buzzing. As I said, the tea is hot on this one. So, in terms of a context for, people that may not have seen this online, the whole ordeal began when Ari Fletcher claimed that Taina Williams had blocked her phone number while their son was visiting his father, which is G Herbo. Now, in frustration, Ari decided to publicly share the alleged phone number seeking answers from Tina. However, it's important to note that we don't know if the phone number is real because that has not been confirmed. Talk about petty. Like, I don't understand why she would want to, post her number online. If that's actually Taina Williams' real number, I feel like it's petty that, she went and post the number online. And of course, it is petty as well that Taina blocked her number. Like these two people are adults. They're supposed to be behaving in a mature manner. So both of them are being petty in my opinion, and I'm just going to tell it as it is. Normally, I try to remain objective, but there is instances where, I call out petty behavior and, these two ladies, one blocking each other and then one posting the other's phone number, obviously to get reaction out of each other. I feel like that's not really acceptable. And then the child is sort of in the middle of it. So Ari Fletcher took to Twitter to explain her actions, and this is what she mentioned. She said, "My child was left in her care," which is she's talking about Tiana, "and she took my son outside somewhere. I called to talk to my son. She had my number blocked and told Herb's mother, which is G Herbo's mother, that I can't have her number and to take it up with Herb. If I can't have contact with someone who has my son because you don't like me, then you shouldn't have my son. So now everyone's got your number because find someone else to play with." So pretty much Ari Fletcher is saying, "Oh, no, 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 no. You ain't gonna play with me. Like this is my kid that you have in your possession. I can't get a hold of you because you've blocked my number since you want to be petty. Well, I'm going to show you that, I'm the queen of petty and I'm gonna post your phone number online." And I'm pretty sure Taina does not want other people to have her number, especially people that she doesn't know. I don't know if Ari Fletcher doing that, if she got a reaction from her where she unblocked the number, we don't know. But of course, Ari Fletcher did it, to get some sort of reaction from her. But I think even though Ari Fletcher had mentioned that she tried to contact G Herbo's mom, and she contact G Herbo as well, she still was not able to know like the whereabouts of her son. But I feel like she could have waited a bit before doing such a drastic move where she had to post someone's, phone number online. It's not only an invasion of privacy, but it's also very disrespectful as well. And in my opinion, like I feel like Taina should not have blocked her number. Like this person is Ari is trying to check up on her son. Like if you were in that position or you put yourself in Ari Fletcher's position, if that was your son at her house, you wouldn't, I don't think you would have wanted her to block the number. So that was petty and very immature, on in terms of Taina's side. I don't feel like she should have done that. That's like super, super unacceptable. I think that, both of these women should get along. Like there's a kid in the picture. Herbo's kid is going to come over. I don't know, like what's the custody arrangement, but he's gonna come over and visit his father. Like, I feel like the two women don't need to like each other, but they should be able to, hold a mature stance where they try their best to get along with each other because, Ari Fletcher's son should be is going to be visiting there, and he's at the forefront of all of this. So, it rather, in terms of being petty or having petty behavior, I think like maturity should have been the focal points. And I think it should have been the behavior that was adopted by these two women. And who knows if this situation is even going to go more tense, because I'm pretty sure like they may even have pent up frustration towards each other now. And I think all three of them should have a sit down where Ari, talks to both women and they come up with a situation where that's in the best interest of the child, and a situation, a conversation where they could communicate better in the future. Because let's obviously she has to change her number now, and if this is not solved, who knows, like more private information may be exposed online, and then we don't know the legality of this. Like with her posting her phone number online, does this become now like a legal issue? Like we don't know where this is going to go. Like, is it an invasion of privacy? Like, we don't know how this is gonna go. Does she have grounds to sue her now because like she posted her number without her permission? We don't know where it's gonna go, but these are all possibilities that could come up. Or is she going to just have a sit down with? Are they gonna sit down with each other and come up with a solution that's in the best interest of this child? And one thing I wanted to, talk about as well. I understand that, Taina blocked Ari from calling her, but has the son not gone over there before? What is the issue with mistrust? Like, if your son has gone over to visit his father on countless of occasions, what is the problem? Like, did you feel that he wasn't going to be safe? Was there instances where you felt like the child's life was in danger? What was the need to have all this to be so dramatic, and like what was the need for that? Like I'm is this the first time that child is going over there? Like that's what I don't seem to understand. And I'm not knocking her down for wanting to protect her child or feeling worried that, okay, is my child safe in terms of like Ari Fletcher? But I feel like if this is something that was done before, it should not have gone to such drastic step, in my opinion. But then again, when people are parents, they worry about their children. So I do get where Ari is coming from, where she wants to know the whereabout of her son. And, once she knows the whereabout of her son, maybe that's going to give her a level of, um, like she's not going to worry as much and she's going to be at ease. Maybe that's why she's like went to such drastic steps. I don't know, but I get it. As a parent, we do worry about our children. So, and another alternative that could probably help the situation. I know Ari did mention that her son has a cell phone, but unfortunately he doesn't always answer the cell phone. So Ari has to play her part in terms of, maybe practicing with her son, practicing with him that, you know what, when you do go out, mommy worries about you. You need to answer this phone. And maybe they can do like trial and error, like with each other, play a few games where he gets in the routine of like answering that phone call. And then that way she doesn't have to, rely on Taina or whoever G Herbo is with. She doesn't have to rely on, calling their phone to make sure her kid is okay. And at the same time, like Taina, like you were so wrong for blocking that number. I can't reiterate this like enough, even if you don't want to talk to, Ari, have her call the phone, and as soon as she calls the phone, you can say something along the lines of, okay, hold on, and give the phone to her son. You don't really have to talk to her. Yes, she can have your number. Yes, you don't need to like her, but whenever she calls and to check up on her son, just give the son the phone. They may talk for like maybe 2 to 3 minutes, and then she's gone. What's the big deal? Like, I don't see why they couldn't have, why she had to block the number, and she couldn't have just let, Jiherbo's son and Ari's son just talk to his mom for 2 to 3 minutes and be done with it. Like, what is this deep hatred that you really don't want to talk to this woman? You were not in a relationship with this woman. Like, I don't feel like there should be any need for any animosity between the two of them. But definitely, if they feel that they cannot work it out, or they cannot come up with solutions to work it out, then I think they need to go to counseling, like all three of them, so they can learn some strategies on how to communicate better with each other, and how to communicate in terms of like with co-parenting and that sort of thing. And I'm going to share some of, because fans kind of went into a sort of outrage in regards to this situation. There was, mixed opinions as it relates to, some fans were taking Ari's side and some fans were taking Taina's side. So I'm going to read you guys some of the comments on Twitter that I was able to come across. So one person here, it says her name is Boogie Kia. She says, does Bag ever question why Ari is still pressed over Tina? This shit is getting scary. So that's what one fan mentioned on Twitter. And in my opinion, I don't think that Ari is pressed with Tina. I think, as a parent, she got really worried because she was not getting any communication back, because Tina blocked her number. It kind of made her go into like a kind of a frenzy where she was worried and she didn't know what to do. But I think she is happy with Money Bagel, even if there's allegations that he cheated on her. I don't think in my opinion, that she wants Herbo back. I don't feel like she's pressed about their relationship. But that was a really good take from a fan. I really like that one. And then there's another fan on here. Her name is Chrissy the MUA. Says, instead of trying to justify Taina, just say you hate Ari. It's way easier, because there's no way y'all are spinning this bitter baby mother narrative. No one in their effing life would ever have my child and block me from contacting and checking up on my damn kid while she's away from me. So I agree with that. Like, I wouldn't want, someone to block my number if my kid is in their possession. Like, you're showing me that you don't care, in regards to my feelings. You don't care if I worry about my child, and that could be a bit of problem. So I like this fan's take on the whole situation. And then someone else wrote on Twitter, their name is not really, I think it's Hey Sister is their name. It says, this Ari Taina herbal mess just shows you don't date men with kids. Even if the children are yours, just run, okay? I actually, have make like a mixed reaction to this one. I don't believe that I don't agree with the statement of you shouldn't date men with kids. There are men that have kids and they co-parent very well with their children's mother or father. So I don't think that we should tell people like don't date men with kids, because different people have different communication styles. Some people will communicate properly. Some people's, like, if you have a baby father and they're with someone new, that person could be super mature and they're able to communicate with you about your child. And that person, not everybody is bitter or have petty behavior or is over dramatic. Some people actually know how to co-parent, and some people actually have, good communication skills, and they roll with the punches, and they don't have like a sort of they don't get into beef with each other. Like, the child is doing good, and they're able to communicate on all levels. So I don't agree with that particular statement, but it was a good take that was from a fan on Twitter. And then I'll read this last one here. It says, I'm confused by the Ari hate train on this situation. If Taina won't give the girl her number, why does she need to be around her child? Am I missing the wrong part? Yeah, that's exactly, like, I agree with this one. Like, if I can't have your number and I can't communicate with you when my child's around, then my child does not need to be there then. The best thing would be when G Herbo is home, then my child could come over. But when he's left alone with you with my child, then my child shouldn't come over because you are going to be petty and you're not going to want to communicate with me. So I I get that. Whoa, the tea is so hot on this one. But yeah, this is some people's perspectives on Twitter. In my opinion, personally, I believe that, Taina should not have blocked the number. She should open up, communication and communicate with Ari. And I also feel like, Ari should not have posted her private number on, online for people to see. I feel like it's an invasion of privacy. I also feel like maybe legal implications could come out of this situation. But, at the same time, as I had mentioned, that as parents, we go to great lengths to protect our children. And it could have been that Ari was so worried, so frustrated. She felt like Taina was playing with her, and she, said to herself, this she's not gonna play with me. Like, I'm gonna show her today how this game is played, and I'm gonna play back in her face because I'm not playing when it comes to my kid. So maybe she felt she had to go to that drastic step to really show her that, you need to be respectful. But both of them, disrespected each other, and both of them, were petty in this situation that unfold. So, but let me know what's your take in regards to this particular situation. Do you feel like Ari was wrong for posting Taina's phone number online? Do you feel like Taina Williams was wrong for blocking Ari's phone number? Do you feel like G Herbo should have, facilitated this situation in terms of co-parents a lot better? Do you feel like Ari's son should get in the habit of, calling his parents and checking in? What is your take? Let's get, a conversation going. Let's make it fun. I always try to get your perspective. If anything I've said and you don't agree with, that's okay. You do not have to agree with me, but I would love to hear you all's perspective, because I know a lot of you may be parents out there, and this is a sensitive situation where people are super protective of their children, and they want, the communication when their kids go to visit other people. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. The tea was hot on this one. I am ready for it. I'm going to check up on their page to see if more drama, erupts from this situation. And of course, I will keep my little podcasters ready with the information. But this was all for today. This was the drama between Ari, Taina Williams, and G Herbo. And this was All Kinds of Advice podcast. We will see you on the next episode. Thanks for having me. Ciao.